So, how's your body doing? Are you comfortable on the bed? Good. You feeling nice and relaxed? Wonderful. All right, so you'll see that there are 3 lights. And if you can stare kind of steadily stare at that space right between the lights, it would be so good. Perfect. Where's your home base, Jason?
I'm in Rockland, California. We're at the base of the foothills, low Auburn in Northern California.
Ah, sounds beautiful.
Yeah, about 110 to North Lake.
You skier?
Yeah, I skied and board. Well, I grew up skiing back east, it's icy, granular.
Yeah.
And then went to snow. Just went back skiing.
On that Sierra cement?
We have our, occasional nice light days.
Yeah.
We get a lot of fun.
Yeah. I used to go, when I was in college, we had some friends and we'd go to Tahoe maybe a couple times and just rent like a huge house. And we'd all go in on it. We could afford it.
Got a place in Pinecrest. It's up near Sonora. Got a roof skier. Kind of like a little hidden gem. My brother-in-law's at Cal Berkeley alum. That's where they have their Lair of the Bear. And it's like Tahoe, but less commercialized.
Really is there a place called Kirkwood? It was like a little more where the locals went.
Kirkwood is really nice. Alpine's nice. Incline as you're going across there. North Star's kind of the closest big area to where I am. And you like Sugar Falls, some smaller ones.
I haven't been there. We did Squaw and Heavenly and Kirkwood, which were.
Village you can't go.
I got hurt in the terrain park at Squaw, and the tram is so cool. I would love to go back there. The lift ticket is outrageous now. I bet.
Well, they're all conglomerate.
Epic, yeah. They were really expensive back in 1999 when I went. They were outrageously probably above $100 then. Yeah, they really get you.
That's sort of the way to go. It's just you don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Right. Yes, so beautiful. One of my friends, they were in Reno, and so they wanted to go gambling, but nobody was 21. So he's playing the slot machines, okay? Thinks he's pretty cool because he sneaked past the security guard and he's playing slot machines. And then he wins this kind of jackpot. All these coins. Yeah, I know, yeah, he's all happy. Well, guess the first thing that happens is security comes over and they say, "Can we check your ID?" And they find out he's not 21. They're like, sorry, we're keeping all this. So he just, it's like, it's really not worth it. Gambling's not a good idea in the first place, but especially when you're too young to do it. That was kind of fun.
There too, called Mount Rose.
Mount Rose.
Yeah. And the snow's a little bit drier there too.
Hmm. I learned to ski in Canada, which was, it was wonderful, and I didn't really have an appreciation for how good it was. Mostly in Alberta. And, I never made it over to Whistler, because there were so many good places that we just never had to go that far. It's kind of one of my regrets, like, I wish I would have made it over there, because now it's an international trip.
I used to cover Utah and Colorado, and that was really called the Champagne Tundra. So.
Yeah. The Canadian stuff was good too, but it's so cold. But I didn't know it. We would just sit 20 below, no problem. Just go. It's like you can get used to anything.
I grew up in upstate New York where we have no chill factors.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty cold-blooded now. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Just a little chunk. Very gentle.
You have the lens in the back. Does it make cortex removal a little bit easier because it's almost active? It's almost like a pseudo CTR, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I feel like it really does.
Yeah.
I feel like it really does, but I think it's just unfamiliar enough to most people.
Yeah.
And they're worried about moving it too much, and they're worried about, nobody wants to break the bag. Nobody wants to damage the zonules. I had this attending who, when I had a sticky piece of cortex, he'd be like, just put the lens in. You get it after the lens is in.
It seems like it would reduce the stress because it's almost like a scaffolding.
Sure. And you can use it to kind of like, to screen PC. If I can floor the IA with the lens there, then I can use the lens as a little scraper. So, yeah, I feel like it's... Yeah, totally. The 3-piece haptics do a better job than the 1-piece haptics. I think you have to be pretty mindful. Like, if you're dropping a lens in with all that cortex, I try to, inspect the haptics, because they can, a bunch of cortex can stick to them. And then you wind up doing an exchange, they're socked in there. Especially this sticky alcon material. How you doing, Virginia? Everything's going great. The Cataract is history. You got your new lens in there. A tiny little trifocal. Gonna give you vision. And you're not really gonna need glasses very often, I'll tell you that. I think you're gonna love it. Mm-hmm. Well, now that we're all wearing masks, the last thing you need are glasses on top of your ears, taking up space. Uh-huh. You got hearing aids, you got a mask. Limited real estate. Everybody wants to hang things on your ears. We'll give your ears a break. Nope, I farm it out now. Too stressful. I'd rather work with seniors. They're just so much more grateful. Young people are just wound up so tight, The seniors are calm. They don't stress out when you run a little late. They bring you cookies and cards, handwritten notes. Hard to get them to leave an online review. That's the only downfall of our seniors, but yeah, that's changing too. You rinse that a little bit. Thank you.
Especially now too, stay in touch with family and grandkids and a lot of.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's almost mandatory.
Yeah.
It's even still, that's just not something they can all do. My favorite anecdote is when we were doing telemedicine early 2020. We call him, Mr. Jones for his telemedicine eye appointment. And, his wife Sally answers it in the kitchen. She's like, "Oh, Tom's out in the garden. Let me go get him." Takes him out and hands the FaceTime to him, and he holds it right up to his ear. We spent the whole appointment looking hairy old ears. And they couldn't figure out how to hang up. It was really cute. But they're just really appreciative, Virginia, we're just putting a final little polish on it here. I'm pretty pleased with the way your eye looks. And you have been a model patient. You were so still. You're definitely in my good books right now. Thank you for that. 65. Can do. We'll want the angle marker for this one, but let's firm the eye up with the BSF. Okay, with the lamp. I don't think the angles. There we go. Nice. Now take the angle. Good. Will you do me a favor, Virginia? Look directly at those three lights, right at that space. And that's perfect. When you want to cut a blood vessel, you can't. Bleed. There we go. Okay, now you're focused on that spot right between the three lights, and that's just perfect. We'll dial in this thing just to the correct angle and make it so centered up. It'll be perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, focusing on the spot right between the lights. Good, I love it. Really, really good. Yeah, when I dim the lights, you can see a little more clearly to make sure it's centered there. The little dots that align it, Christine. You see those? They're right out near the edge there. 3 little alignment marks. You'll see them here and here. Those, they just have to be parallel to this kind of, these 2 lines that I made. So I'm really happy with the position of the lens. Okay. Now, Virginia, there's one more thing to do. And I'm so sorry about this, but it's going to sting a little bit. If you look down to your toes. Good. Excellent. So whatever you feel at this moment is normal, all right? And I know it's uncomfortable, but it's only going to be about 5